I decided to go ahead and do a live today because there's so much going on in the news, especially with fraud, waste, and abuse in our federal government, on our local state levels. You all, this is huge, considering that they've been telling us as freedmen they don't have any money. All of our communities, our money has been taken and rerouted and given to others. And now we're also learning how much fraud has been going on in how many years, like long, long time. USAID, a lot of that money going to other countries, part of the fraud scheme that is happening throughout the United States. I am going to have to give our president some credit. He is doing it. But you all, in the meantime, we got to focus on us, right? We have to focus on us. And we know that immigration is not helping our country and is definitely not helping us as the freedmen. And everybody else keeps coming in on top of us and receiving our benefits, our opportunities, our capital, our resources. And they don't have any equity here in America, none whatsoever. But these beings are able to come here and do all kinds of things and claim they only came here with a couple dollars. Well, anyway, we know that story. But as I wanted to get to before I get into everything, I do have out on the website. I am now engaging in AI. So I did highlight or post where I have an AI avatar, and I am going to play her right now so you all know what she looks like. And I'm going to continue to develop some series with this AI and along with some others. I have some more characters. I'm building out a man character as well. So a male characters. So I'm going to show you this short. This is the first thing I'm going to start off with. And then we're going to get into it because we definitely need to talk about all of the waste, fraud, abuse that is ongoing in America. And then they're telling us they don't have money for us, the Americans, the freedmen that are stakeholders, shareholders of America. All of a sudden, we don't have anything for you, but we got everything for everybody else. And a lot of these other groups, and I say other groups, I mean the other immigrants, minorities, are actually committing fraud. It's all over. And drug dealing. So anyway, so let me see. One thing is I want to check and see if I'm out on X. Let's see. If I'm live on, okay, I'm live on X. Cool. All right, let's do it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen. I will share my screen with you. And I want you all to give me the feedback. Give me some feedback on what do you think about the AI technology that I'm now engaging in on the. This is good to teach the children. We can teach the children a great deal with AI. The messaging can be simple, and it can spread in a way that we usually are not able to disseminate information. We know word of mouth with us anyway is one of the first ways that we disseminate information. I want you all to listen to what she has to say, and please write back into me and let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm going to play her now.
Do you know about the Americans' First Freedmen Delineation Petition? I am Conswello of the Freedmen Descendants Advocacy Group, and we have a petition in which we are communicating and expressing to this current administration that one, we support immigration moratorium, but most importantly, we, the freedmen, as a part of our agenda, are reconstructing, reestablishing our Freedmen Bureau, or we could say the Bureau of Freedmen Affairs. We believe that the Bureau of Freedmen Affairs is necessary during this time, this pivotal moment in our country's history, and the fact that Americans first equals freedmen first, and the fact that we have the clarification of the interpretation of the 14th Amendment with the Supreme Court of the United States. The are Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, descendants of chattel slavery, descendants of slavery, Black, colored Negroes. All of those are the racial terms for the freedmen. And our status as freedmen, a founding population. We are stakeholders, shareholders of America, and we are most definitely patriots of America. So we have contributions of all kinds, accolades that are part of our equity in this country that none others would ever compare or match.
Okay. So that is a part of the AI that I am developing out. I do have, you'll see the series. I have her in background with the American flag. So I wanted to highlight that so you all know that it will be coming under the shorts, and I will be promoting more of the AI technology in disseminating the messages that I think is very important to get out to our community, to our people and freedmen, right? It's over 40 million of us. So I definitely want to make sure that this messaging not only spreads from just YouTube, but also throughout our state, our nation, to our communities. Because how are we, thank you, how are we going to make sure that everyone understands what the grassroots is doing and why we're doing what we're doing in this moment? And this is a very pivotal time in our history, you all. And we cannot, in this moment, let it slip by. Time is of the essence. It is very important for us to start stating and communicating and expressing to this current administration exactly what it is that we desire for our group as Americans. And they're already talking about Americans first. Now, the reason I decided to go ahead and do this live today is because so much information is coming out about all of the fraud that is happening. And a lot of these groups are immigrant groups committing a great deal of fraud. Now, not to say that we don't have our own, the freedmen, Black Americans, all up in the mix, because they are. There's many of them in the mix that are in politics, and we should be calling them out. And I'm going to call them out. You already know I'll call them out. I just hope everyone else calls them out as well. Okay, along with. Now, I will state also, I have my friend's earrings in today. This is Nashima's jewelry. So I highlighted her on my last live. Unfortunately, the internet and how it was working, but today it seems to be just fine. But we'll see once we start getting into, and I'm sharing more on X. So, and that's where we're going next. I want you all to see what just came across my timeline when I was setting up for this live. I just want you all to see, because this is ridiculous at this point, to be suffering where we don't have good children. We don't have all kinds of dilapidated buildings in our communities, in our neighborhoods. This is ridiculous. And I'm so over it at this point in time. Why is it that we continue? Hold on, I'm going to stop sharing on StreamYard for one moment. Continue to be at the bottom. Let's see. In our own country, when we have generated the majority of the wealth. And you got now all of these other beings coming to this country. Let's see. All of these other beings are coming to this country. And this is what's happening. They're literally plundering and siphoning off our wealth. At the same time, all of these other individuals coming to America and they're able to receive any and all of our benefits. Can you all see that? Let me make sure you can see this. This is a problem. This is a huge issue. I don't see it sharing on. Let me see. Make sure it's sharing on the live. Stop share screen. Let's see. You can see this. It says former bank CEO pleads guilty. Now we got a great deal of fraud and theft happening in America. And they're telling you all of your monies that you don't deserve anything, but everybody else can come over here to America and plunder all of our wealth. Now that's just one. Okay. Former bank CEO pleads guilty to multi-million-dollar wire fraud conspiracy and Venezuelan sanctions and evasion scheme. Now, Venezuelans over here on this soil, are they not? Okay, so we're seeing all kinds come to America and they're committing fraud. They're a major part of the fraud, waste, and abuse. And then they telling us they don't have money for us in our communities, and we are the Americans. Oh, let me get into it. Because even Trump stated this. Now I'm gonna go to let me bring it up before we get into it. But we're gonna talk about, we have to talk about how some of these beings in this moment, you all, this really pissed me off. When you see this, and everybody wants to use our plight. Everybody wants to use our plight, but nobody is standing in the trenches with us when necessary and needed. Okay, I'm gonna share this. This is what I saw on my timeline this morning as well. Okay, drugs, Black Americans, we all into drugs. We the drug dealers. We the gangbangers. It's all about the Black American freedmen. They just killing one another. Okay. Now, what is this? What is this? A combined weight of 13,000 pounds of fentanyl. Uh-oh. Okay, the screen went black. Okay, hold on. Let's see if it's coming back up for you. My internet connection may be slow. Let's see. Over on YouTube side. It's on one of my screens, it's playing. Let's see. Can you see it now? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing on the YouTube side and do it again and see what happens. Because on my screen it's showing, but let's stop and I'll redo it again. I can't even see me. I see me. Oh, okay. Oh, there it goes. It was slow. I'm gonna bring it back up. All right. Let's see you over here too. I'm gonna wait till they can see it over here on the YouTube side. For some reason, on YouTube, I think that it's playing on YouTube and it is a black screen. I think it's the transmission for some reason. Or it's not allowing me. Maybe it's copyrighted with YouTube. It wouldn't be copyrighted, I wouldn't think. Okay, so let's see if it comes up on YouTube. This is a good test. Because it's up on my screen here, but I can't see what you all are seeing. You saw it for a second and went back to a black screen. Okay, it's catching up. Let's see if it comes back. Because it's on now. See, this is the problem. I have it on one of my screens, and then another screen, it's not up, which is interesting. So the whole time I'm thinking you're able to see it on YouTube, you're not able to see it. And I'm thinking it's recording it out live on YouTube, but it's not coming up. Okay, I'm waiting to see if it comes up. It came up and then I disconnected it. No, I want you to be able to see it though. I do want, that's the whole thing of being on YouTube. This is why this is frustrating, because I can see it on one machine like it's sharing with you on YouTube, but then when I look at YouTube, it is not. And I'm live. So I'm trying to figure out, is this what's going on, right? Is this how a copyright or what? Because I am sharing. You know what? I'm gonna stop sharing. I would do it again. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's up on YouTube. Let's see. Let me do StreamYard. Ah, there we go. It took a while for the transmission. I don't know why it's so slow, but it's there. Okay. You can see it now. Okay, perfect. Okay. So you all see this, right? You see how it is not us trafficking drugs into the United States of America. So do not continue to allow people to talk to you disrespectfully about us being drug dealers or gang bangers and all of this, because that's not us. It is not us doing this right now. Look at this. A combined weight of 13,000 pounds of fentanyl, heroin, and meth. And look at the names. Okay? This is just in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. Right? This is nothing to do with us. And so when you hear immigrants talk to you disrespectfully and try to tell us that we are the worst of America, no, immigration has a negative impact on Americans and America. Look at this. Okay, that's just one of them. I'm going to continue to scroll down. Okay, you see this. We're going to listen to this one though. We are going to listen to this man or this being talk about how his family, the Patels, came to America and was able to start owning all of the hotels. Okay? Okay. We got to understand what's really at play right now. Okay, so hold on. I want us to be able to hear what he's saying.
That allowed a lot of people to get here.
An entrepreneurial spirit that stayed strong.
Entrepreneurial spirit. Like we haven't had an entrepreneurial spirit in this country. Like we have not been building and developing in this country from the very beginning. Okay, so my screen just went black because I was attempting to increase the volume. I want you all to be able to hear. We're going to go listen to this video. I want you all to hear what this man says about how his people, Patels, were able to come to America and siphon off and plunder our wealth while we are here right now in 2026 fighting for what's ours and to be recognized as full citizens of America while everybody else comes here with no problem. Let me stop sharing and see if it get back to it quickly. So you know, when you all see this video, oh my goodness, The Patels. We always wonder how these Indians were able to get these hotels and motels and be able to buy all of this property, right? And now they building cities, enclaves in neighborhoods of only themselves. Where when our ancestors attempted such, what happened? All these towns we had. What happened with us? And now they're coming here on the soil using our tax dollars, using our resources, our capital. Everything that is here is ours. Like this story that they keep all the immigrants know to talk about and tell us, right? They're always on code to tell us that they came here with nothing and they were able to build. And the whole time they're giving them our resources. They're giving them our capital so they can have the American dream, right? So let me see. Okay, hold on. I will take my friend, my avatar off, and let's see if this X will go a little bit faster, because that's a great video I want you all to see. But the other thing I want to talk about too is how even this administration stated there was a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse. And in that, he has stated he was going to clean the deep state, right? Trump ran on the fact in 2 elections that he was going to clean out the deep state. And it's happening. And our eyes are just wide open now to all of the waste, fraud, and abuse that has been ongoing. And so, there's so much. We're going to get to it. Okay, here we go. It's back up. Let me make sure he's at the beginning. Okay, he's at the beginning. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to listen to this video from a Patel. Y'all know when I say Patel, you know exactly what that means, right? That last name. Let's look at it. Let's watch it. What he has to say. Now, I want to make sure it's going on over there on YouTube. I see it's coming up. Let's see. The screen is black, and we're going to give it a couple moments for the transmission to come through YouTube before I begin to actually play. So, in the post, it was a post by Whisper Watch. I like this. Whisper Watch says, "See this? How many thousands and thousands of ADOS Black people worked in these motels and hotels, but never had funding, capital, investment, or any investment scheme that they could take advantage of, which would allow them to own these properties." And it is very correct. We can't even get loans through affirmative action because everybody else gets it but us. Okay, let's see if this is up. You can see now, or can you? I don't see it up yet on YouTube. Let's give it a moment, a couple more minutes. But I do want this to be recorded because this shows how much of our wealth, again, has been plundered and siphoned beings that come to this country that have no contributions, no equity, haven't done anything for America, but everybody can come over here and get any and everything they want and commit fraud and not go to jail. How can they commit fraud and not jail? Because that's what's happening. Okay. It's up on YouTube. Okay. Now I'm going to put let's get into it. Let's listen.
Over here, they were kind of accidental hoteliers. It was a good opportunity for them to immigrate to a new country. There was an investment scheme that allowed them to invest a certain amount of money and in return receive a passport citizenship, which is kind of what
Bijou's grandfather, now 101, came to the U.S. in 1976. Over time, more South Asians joined him.
once you were here and established, you were expected to pay it forward. So then we helped other families as well. So it was kind of this system that was kind of built in the 70s and 80s that allowed a lot of people to get here.
An entrepreneurial spirit that stayed strong, allowing this community to thrive.
The first generation that came over here, they were kind of accidental hoteliers. It was a good opportunity for them to immigrate to a new country. There was an investment scheme that allowed them to invest a certain amount of money and in return receive a passport citizenship, which is kind of what
he said, an investment scheme. Did y'all catch that? He said they came over here through an investment scheme. That's what I want y'all to hear that, right? Take note. He said investment scheme. They came to America on an investment scheme. Okay, now we're going to go on down here and we're going to listen to this man. Okay, let me make sure it catches up on YouTube. Now we're going to listen to him, and he's going to talk about how they were able to continue with these schemes. And they were set up. They were able to get set up with these schemes after they did all these schemes. Okay. All right. Now, YouTube Live has caught up. Here we go. We're going to listen to this clip. Woo, Lord.
80% of all the 80% of all the motels in the US are under Patel ownership.
You use this example of the Patels. What is that story?
Idi Amin came to power in Uganda in the 1970s, and he said Africa is for Africans. So what he did is he threw all the Patels out.
It was a family?
It's an ethnic group in India. The US took them in, and when they landed in the US, they basically really didn't have any skills that would allow them to get good jobs, white-collar jobs in the US. What a few of them started to do was they realized that if they bought a motel, a small 10 or 20 room motel, the family could live in one or two of the rooms, and they could use the money they got out and get a bank loan and run the motel. Now, motels are very labor-intensive businesses. So what they did is when a Patel took over a motel, they fired all the staff. And the family took over all the jobs, the cleaning and front desk and everything else, right? And the Patels are vegetarians, and they live a very simple life. So when a Patel took over a motel in an area, what they were able to do is they were able to undercut the prices of all the other motels in the area because they have no labor. They have no payroll. They have no workers' comp, none of those things. And so if everyone else is charging $25 a night, they're charging, $19 a night. So the occupancy was higher than everyone else. And they saved their money. And then what they would do is buy the next motel, send the nephew to run it, and then buy the next motel. And this started happening in the early 70s. And when you fast forward to today.
Okay. I don't know what the vegetarian means either. Someone asked, what does the vegetarian have to do with it? I'm not sure why he even went there. I guess maybe because they don't eat meat and they were able to save money from not eating the meat. And then, we know that they have different spices and things of that nature as well, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure, but I just, this, okay, here's another one. Asian Americans own 60% of the hotels in America. Asian Americans, right? So everybody's coming here. If you notice, they're getting the Patels, the Pajeets are getting into banking now. They're getting into, which they are committing fraud. They're getting into, of course, the businesses of hotels. But then look at our technology. I will keep saying it. We have all kinds of innovations, inventions, and patents in technology. They have none or not comparable to us. I'm going to just say they have nothing comparable to us here in the United States in helping our country advance technologically, right? Even AI is not them, right? We have Dr. Blackwell is the forefather of AI. They don't have anything like that, but they're all in these big tech companies. They got all kinds of jobs. Thank you. Yes, he flat out said they didn't have any skills. None. But they all up in these industries right now dictating on American soil. Industries our ancestors built. Yeah. Yeah. I have a problem. And I don't have a problem stating it because this is not right. These things are, it's not, this is not equal. It is not balanced. And I'm going to stand on what is ours. Yes, we all need to stand on what is ours. Okay, so that was one. Now I'm gonna go to this one. We all know about the fraud with the Somalians, but I want to hear this. I want to show you all this and hear it again for myself. So no one can say we don't know the play. We know the play right now, you all. And it's all about action for us at this point in time. We must delineate, ethno-aggregate all of these other immigrant groups on the soil under minority, right? And basically, they get to come in and siphon and plunder our wealth. They're getting into our politics to make sure that we become a bottom class in our own country that they have not even contributed. But let's listen. I want you all to hear this. I think, let's see. I want the YouTube to get caught up.
Who Ilhan Omar has signed.
Caught up, and then we're gonna go for it.
Keep screaming this from.
Okay. All right. Okay. So give me a moment. Let's be patient because all of this is just wild. And everybody wants to operate in our identity at the same time. They are now Black. Everybody now is Black, right? And we know that Black is a racial social construct initially created in America to harm and injure who? The freedmen. We've been the only Black people here in America. We've been the only Black people that have endured oppression and subjugation, discrimination from the very beginning. Well, not from the very beginning, because slavery, chattel slavery, was not a thing in America when people were just walking around free and on the land doing whatever, right? Because that did happen at one point in time. They implemented laws to actually implement chattel slavery, because that wasn't how things were going. So, when you read the history and go deep dive in it, you realize there were laws made, and those laws were made specifically for who? Right? Now, the native tribes, some of the native tribes too, but guess what? We them too, right? So I mean, they've been cohabitating and doing things with the native tribes. We know that our people were fighting with the natives, we're part natives. We got all of that. We got all of it. We are the Americans, literally. They know it. And everybody is coming here to siphon off your wealth. Listen.
From every mountain.
Oh, dang, it's still not on YouTube. Hold on. Hopefully the transmission. Let's see. I see it on my machine, but of course on my other machine, I do not see the screen has popped up yet. I don't know what's taking the transmission so long, but let's see. I do want to get it. So here, you see where Albert Tech has highlighted these Somalians are trying to hijack a Black movement for their benefit when behind closed doors they're plotting against the Black Americans. Just wait till you see this other video. After this video, I'm gonna show you where they literally are trying to have their own civil rights movement in America for immigrants. How are immigrants having a civil rights movement? They're not included. They're not even citizens. This is wild. Okay, here we go. We finally got the transmission up on YouTube. Okay, and I will play now. Listen to this.
Top I can. That's Hassan Ali, and this is Ilhan Omar. We know who Ilhan of Somalia. They had a roundtable meeting with nothing but Africans talking about getting in to American politics, but understanding that they are 100% Somalian and they will never change. Now, in this clip that I'm about to show, Mr. Ali, Hassan Ali, is talking, and he's letting it be known that Ilhan Omar is there to take a Black American seat in Congress.
It is very important in Ilhan tayo Somali tayo measures no. Somalia o exceeding tayo. Nin munggu haka to siyasa of ataba of moral. Pagkatapos mo diri kaya sa tan ariga so ela siya Somali do shari.
They are not here to be our friends. They are not here to fight for all Black people. They are here to fight for Somalians. That's it. Those are not my words. It's their words. It's their actions, right? So before y'all jump on here, look, just another jealous Black American. I'm not jealous of anything. We can't be beat. We're undefeated here. That's something y'all forgot. Mind you, this shit was on camera. So I want to know what y'all got to say about that. I already know that Black Americans have no allies at all. We don't have friends here. We don't have allies here, especially Africans. It's sad, but it's true. And it's not coming from us. It's coming from you guys, because you guys come over here to this country, automatically look at us as enemy number one. Then you get caught on camera doing this kind of shit. It's absolutely crazy, but I love when people show their true colors. Please tell me who you are so I can believe you the first time.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. All right, we're going to sharing that one. We got one more now. We got one more. Y'all really think you're going to fight? I'm going to fight for some immigrants? Legal or illegal? I'm not fighting for no immigrants here. No. When we know that immigration has a major impact on our community. Okay, I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna go back to another video. I just want to show you all the proof, right, in the pudding, that whenever we're speaking about certain things, we're not just talking and just blowing smoke, right? We're really attempting to get people to understand what is happening, what is really happening in our country. This is not a game. I'm not playing a game. I'm not here to be friends and empathize with a known enemy. I'm not here for that. I have grandchildren. I have a legacy here in America that is all about the freedmen. Exactly. They don't even build their own nation. So what makes us think that they're going to do anything in America that is going to help America to progress and advance? See it. Most are coming here to plunder and siphon off our health. And that's been the game. That's what they do. Yes, I got two boys, two Black American Negro. Yes. And I want them marrying freedmen and having more freedmen babies and my legacy continuing on. Our lineage, our legacy, our heritage continuing on. I'm not here. I do not want my grandchildren marrying any other than freedmen women. And they are already been taught that. You better believe it. I got one of them right now. He's in high school. And he has chosen and made sure he has a freedman girlfriend. Yes, we checked on it. We are for real. This is not a game. We are the Americans. And we're here and we did all of this work. And then we got people on the soil, or beings. They're not people. We got beings on the soil now trying to say that they immigrants built America after 247 years of slavery over here. We building up America. And then all of our inventions and innovations have made this civilization or advanced this civilization, this society. How in the world did I'm gonna stop. Okay. Anyway, listen to this, you all. This me hot. Y'all know this had me hot. Let's see. Okay, YouTube is caught up. Let's see if it'll play. It's not playing for me. What's going on? Come on now. This is the video I need y'all to see.
But the movement has transformed from then and then to us and now. This is our moment because our time has come to defend our rights. This is one step in that great legacy. Let's march with solemnity. Keep hope alive! 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 Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se siente, Minnesota está presente. Se ve, se siente, Minnesota está presente. Somebody! 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 Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Yeah, come on, y'all. They are walking across the Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, y'all, and claiming Keep Hope Alive with Jesse Jackson that just died or just transitioned. We shall overcome. Now, this is immigrants, like in our faces, straight disrespecting. Like, my mind is blown. We have got to start speaking up. Seriously. Seriously. We should be loud with the Trump administration right now on why we must delineate, ethno-aggregate, and get away from these people. Now, I know the Trump administration are doing the best they can do to denaturalize, but y'all wait till you hear this one. Okay, first of all, we're going to go to Trump. No. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go to Trump first. We're going to go to Trump, and you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth about the amount of fraud that is taking place in American government. Okay? And he says it's with, a lot of it is with these other minority groups. Okay? And I'm putting them in minorities, but we're not minorities. Freedmen are Americans. And everything here in America is the freedmen. And so we take all of our capital, our resources, and make sure we create and form our own micro government for ourselves within the federal government. I don't believe us in separating us from the government because it'll never happen. It's a new day. Yes, it is. This is our country. We're supposed to be in the government. We people. We are the people, the Americans. The freedmen were an integral part of this country. This sitting president has stated it numerous times. We're shareholders, stakeholders of America. And any and everything here and what we want for ourselves at this point in time, you all, we're going to get it. We can get it. We need to speak up and speak out. Okay, so we're going to go to this clip. It's a very short clip with the president. And he speaks on the amount of fraud, waste, and abuse in the government. So let me make sure Oh, okay. Oh, all right. They're on cue. YouTube is wait a minute. Okay, let's go. Let's listen. Oh, it's buffering, but it's there. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know if 50% of the fraud of this country right now, we would have better than a balanced budget? And you got to mention that Minnesota, $19 billion in fraud that we know about. Minnesota and these other states, we have massive investigations going into fraud. Yeah. Do you know if we captured 50% of the fraud of this country right now, we would have better than a balanced budget? And you got to mention that Minnesota, $19 billion in fraud that we know about. Minnesota and these other states,
$19 billion, he says, in Minnesota fraud. And who committed most of that fraud in Minnesota? They're still committing fraud. They're prosecuting some of them, but we know that they're most likely still committing fraud because you still have the governor and the mayor supporting the beings that commit the fraud, right? So we're going to stop shooting. I just wanted you to hear what the president said. He is on it. He's understanding the amount of fraud that is taking place in our government. And he has said, and he ran on it. He ran on making sure what? He got rid of the deep state. Yes, he did. Right? So, and that's very important. We're seeing how deep it goes. The deep state has been making sure all others receive funding. I mean, all of these countries and these people immigrate from to America. We were already giving them U.S. aid. We were already helping them via humanitarian aid. And now they're still on our soil, siphoning off all of our resources, our capital, and talking crazy to us. I'm not too thrilled. This is the type of behavior that we have to make sure we curtail. And people that come over here need to respect us. Okay, so you heard Democrats. You heard them state that, oh, no illegals are getting HUD housing. No, we don't do that. That's against the law. Well, guess what? Scott Turner is really different. He has, and he's going all out with it. He's letting all they're being very transparent. Let me put it that way. The Trump administration is being transparent with the citizens, with them in here. He breaks it down and he lets us all know, yes, there were illegals purged from the federal housing system, and they were receiving HUD. And we got our own people out here on the street, you all. Come on now. Our own folks are on the street and can't get any housing, can't get any assistance. And then they trying to make it seem like it's against the law for you to be homeless. Come on. We know what the play is here. Okay, so let's listen to Scott Turner. Let's listen to what he has to say.
To millions of people coming across our border. During the Biden administration, his immigration policies were literally non-existent. I mean, it really was a joke when you have the tens of millions of people coming across our border illegally, unchecked, unvetted. That made the housing costs go up. It made put a strain on the supply. And so we signed the Qualified Citizens' new proposed rule to make sure that anybody living in HUD-funded housing is indeed an American citizen or an eligible resident of this country. You know, we have American people that need temporary hand up, people that need housing assistance. Now, we had illegals living inside of HUD-funded housing, taking the space of the American people. Our priority is American people and American people only. And so this Qualified Citizens new proposal will help us to ensure that Americans are receiving the help that they need. During the Biden administration, his
I mean, I can replay it again, but you heard it for yourselves in an interview with a journalist. He literally is stating there was illegals receiving HUD funding, getting homes, them FHA loans, and you see all these illegals in these homes or immigrants buying homes. You all, that's FHA, first homeowners, first time buyers. Wait a minute, didn't Kamala Harris say she was going to make it easier for immigrants to buy a home when she was running her campaign? Are we really going to play this game with ourselves like we don't know what's really going down and what's really happening right now? Like we can't see. We know we can see. I know I can see. Anybody else can see? I know what I can see what's going on. Now our ancestors, they were not dumb people. I don't care if they didn't know how to read. That don't make our people dumb. And we got stuff right in front of our face right now. There's no excuse for us not to be speaking up and making sure that we are getting what is ours. Right? You see, I see. Let me go on. There's another one I want to show you all of the fraud. Okay? All right. So we saw the Somalians and Ilhan Omar and her people making sure they keep us out of politics because they want to come in and take over, right? Well, Omar, we've been hearing this for a very long time. And you all, this is crazy that they're literally some of our own people. Let me make sure YouTube is caught up. It's over here on my screen. Now, they have receipts that Ilhan Omar married her brother so he could come here to America to get citizenship. Okay? It's up. It is up. Now look, okay? I want you all to see this. Look at this document. You see this document? This is from a posting. Now, I don't know who a Republic of Somalian is, but these are the receipts that Ilhan Omar married her brother so he could get citizenship in America. Okay? So we need to make sure Ilhan Omar and many others that commit this type of fraud are denaturalized and deported. I don't have a problem with it because guess what? They will make sure you will be locked up in prison. Would they not? They're trying to get you there right now. They're trying to make sure all of our children, including some of us, the parents, are locked up and in prison and taken away. So then we can't get anything that is ours. And they can get any and everything that is ours. Yes, honey. This just the fact that she's had her people over here and the president of Somalia talking about, it's all about Somalia. Yo, they are building off the money that they've siphoned and plundered from us over in Somalia. They were having a housing boom. Oh, let me find that video. Y'all, it's all coming together. Let me find that video. They're talking about how all the money they plundered and thieves stolen from us, the freedmen, the Americans, and now they got a housing boom going on over there in Somalia. Mind you, they ain't got no industries. What trades? What are they trading? Who's making trade deals with Somalia? In-law state means two political bodies, the United States. The United are two states. See, the U.S. dollar, your nation, great seal is the pyramid. The European nation seal is the eagle. Well, all I know is everything in America Problem with the bald eagle, but I see you say the seal, the nation seal, the European, whatever is to me, it's just everything here is ours, right? And we should not be cowering to immigrants in any way, fashion, any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, so I wanted you all to see that they literally have her birth certificate that shows her maiden name and how she married her brother. That is evidence. Now, I know that they're going to be, there are some investigations going on with Ilhan Omar. And I do believe what they're doing is they're going to make sure it's ironclad tight in what they do. But they are already making sure that they denaturalize, deport any of these beings that are committing fraud. Okay, how do I know? Well, I'm gonna take you to something that shows it from the government website. Okay, the Republic of Somaliland. I take this as a replicable site because everybody was reposting this, right? But let me show you. Let's see. There is a video. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just put this up on the screen. Y'all can take it for whatever word, however you want to take it. But I'm gonna just put it up here so you see it because it happened. Still participating in slavery. We not lying when we say this, but some of y'all gonna say some of our people, I should say some of our people will say that it's true. But I'm gonna just put this up here for y'all. Y'all take it for what you want. She attended Columbia University Human Rights Fellow, UN judge, a UN judge. Oh, let me wait till it gets up on the screen over here on YouTube. You might fall out your seat. Peace and love. Yes, ma'am, it is our purpose, our message. Yes, ma'am, I know. We got to make sure all others know. We got to make sure we keep spreading the word and everybody making sure we're on code and we stand together, right? In this pivotal moment. Because there are so many things happening where they want to take us out. That's basically what it's coming down to. Because they don't want us to have the power. Because, when we get the power, at this point in time, we got to dominate. There's no other way to do it in America. Yes, ma'am. You saw that? Okay, y'all see it up. Y'all up on YouTube? What does that say? A UN judge, one-time Columbia University Human Rights Fellow, found guilty of slavery. This is 2026, y'all. You know she's African. Okay? They're not our friends. I'm with the other young gentleman. Albert's correct. We don't have any allies. I mean, I have no words. I have none whatsoever. Other than read it for yourselves. Go look at it if you don't think this is true. Go read it for yourselves, because I mean, it's right there in front of our faces. It's right there. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing now. We're going to say no more about that, other than Africans still believe in slavery today. And if you think they're coming to this soil to be your friend, they're not. Okay? There's no way. Patriot News, during World War II, increase in education and emergence of a new nation in Africa, giving true Negroes a sense of identity. Patriot News in 1965. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is what we have. If I go to this video, I want to just go to there's so many videos I have that I really would like to share with you all, but I know it's only we can only do this for about an hour and a half. Okay, I think this one is very important. And I'm going to show you all this one. When we keep talking about the waste, fraud, and abuse and how deep it goes for all of these other beings coming to America. Okay? We are Kushites race, Aboriginal. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to see. I don't know anything about when y'all state the whole Bible, tribes, and things of that nature. I kind of get lost, Miss Grand. For me, I am not a religious person. I'm spiritual. I would say I don't do a lot of the religion because I feel like religion is man-made and it's mind control. I'll put that out there. And it has had us in a flux, right? Because when I look at how we're not moving in this moment, I can go back and see that it's a lot of the Black leadership, and the Black leadership are clergy. You have a sitting reverend right now he ran on the fact that he is the pastor or the reverend of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's church in Atlanta, Georgia. And this man is sitting in Congress, making sure he aligns with AIPAC and all other entities to destroy his own people. And you want to tell me you have the light of God, or you are godly, and you can disseminate information to me that God may give to you to communicate to the masses? I can't do it. I mean, and I have a mother that's a minister. She couldn't even understand that voting for Kamala Harris was not a good thing. I don't get it, you all. But anyway, I'll come back to that, to Grand Sheik Bay. But I want you all to see this, okay? What does it say? It says the owners of and CEO of wholesale pharmaceutical company sentenced for distributing more than $92 million of black market HIV drugs. Okay? It said the fraud schemes like this one undermine the integrity of our supply chain for necessary prescription drugs. They were selling HIV medication on the black market. And this is, again, from the Criminal Justice Division of the United States of America. Now, they didn't name any names, but I think we should drill down and see if they have any names. Let's see what the names are. Because this is fraud, waste, and abuse. Right? Okay. So I didn't get any names. I have to go and look up read more into the actual article. But this is what they are doing. And this is not us. I want to highlight again, this is not the Freedmen. But they going to come at you and try to talk greasy to you and tell you the Americans that have the most contributions and accolades and accomplishments in this country are the degenerates, the criminals of American society. And it's them. Okay? It's them. It's the new ones coming in, the new arrivals. It's some of the arrivals that have been here, the immigrants that are legal, that are helping to facilitate a great deal of this mess, chaos. Now, I'm putting this up here so that you have a statement, and I'll read it. It's a reposting of Pass the Save America Act. The Save America Act is one of the most important and consequential pieces of legislation in the history of Congress and America itself. No more rigged elections, voter ID, proof of citizenship, no rigged mail-in voting. We are the only country in the world that allows this. No men and women's sports, no transgender mutilation of our children, and 90 to 99% issues are for all people. I think that's what he said. So only sick, demented, or deranged people in the House or Senate could vote against the Save America Act. If they do, each one of these points separately will be used against the user in his or her political campaign for office, a guaranteed loss. Get your senators, Republican or Democrat, to vote yes on the Save America Act. I will never, ever endorse anyone who votes against Save America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And that's the President Donald J. Trump. Okay? So he, again, I'm giving Trump some points. Because he really up here trying to do some things. I have not read it in full. I've read bits and pieces of the Save America Act. For me, all of those points, bullet points that he just went through are necessary. So they can't say that this is not law, because right now they're trying to say that illegals can vote in elections, but it's already a federal law. Now, certain elections in states and local and state governments, they may allow them to vote. So he's saying it's not allowed at all. In any of these elections, whether it's your state, local, it's not allowed. You got to have ID. You have to be a citizen. And then there's certain other parameters that they're implementing for the elections. Now, you all, I'm going to include this because I love this. Oh my gosh, New Orleans or New Orleans or the New Orleans individuals and their culture and what they bring to our Freedmen culture. I love this. And when I heard this, this gave me so much energy. And I was like, yes, brother, yes. And I'm going to play him right now because, boy, it gets me going. It gets me going. So without reading it, no, I don't think anything could eliminate the 1965 Voting Rights Act because we still have the 15th Amendment of the Constitution. I think that the SAVE Act is basically really clarifying. So yes, Nolans. so that we can understand or making it they're redoing some ways that they able to go through these loopholes to have illegals to be able to vote. So he's closing all of these loopholes. And we're going to find out a lot more upcoming when they continue, when they finally release the information that they're retrieving from Maduro out of Venezuela. Just wait for that information, y'all. We got a lot happening. But we're going to play right now, what's his name? Flag Boy G's. I think that's how G's. Okay, I might have messed up his name. I'm sorry, Flag Boy. But we're going to play him right now, y'all, in the middle of this live, because every time it come down through my post or my timeline, this is so hot. This is so hot. This is our culture, and I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go.
Going, hustling, working for the Mardi Gras Carnival in New Orleans. I'm outside. Everybody talking about boy, it's so cold. It's only one Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. I was so hustling, working for the Mardi Gras Carnival. Boy, you so cold. It's only one Super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. Body on the streets like I run a town. Don't play your heart and need them to drive around me. You don't have enough all the engines, they look naked. I'm a whole park legend. I was making cars stop at the D shop, at the liquor store.
No, I don't.
Meet them all. The other engines, they be hopping out of U-Haul. You a U-Haul engine, U-Haul engine. And I'm a U-Haul engine, U-Haul engine, and I'm an old school engine walking across the city. I'm buying feathers by the dozens just to play the dance. Telling engine stand me, they need to study. That's what the chief say. I'm walking up the street painted like stain.
Oh yeah, y'all, we gotta get outside. Get outside. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. And then I went and I followed him. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I did not know about this gentleman and the fact that he's been making all of these great costumes, and he's been doing this for so long. I did not know anything about him because I'm not in New Orleans, right? I'm not from New Orleans, but I've been to Mardi Gras, and I'm just like, oh my God, I love it. And that gave me so much energy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Our people are so great. And we should not ever, ever think that we have to make ourselves be small for others. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We should not be small for others. They need to be able to rise to the occasion since they're so great. So you know what? I'm going to go to one more video. It's with the Trump administration. It's with Stephen Miller. And he's telling everybody the plan that the Democrats have been Americans, right? That, again, the Trump administration knows exactly what's going on. They know exactly what's happening. And they're fighting. And we must fight as well. And in that fighting, we let them know, hey, we have that right, and we want our own property. That means we want to make sure we have our own cities and towns as the Americans. We don't have to be in the pot with any and everybody else. That makes no sense. And we see how a lot of that fraud, waste, and abuse is happening because they're attaching to us. They're attaching to our identity. Okay, I'm waiting for it to get to come up on the YouTube. And once it comes up on the YouTube, okay, it's there. We're going to play what Stephen Miller is saying about the Democrats and what they're doing. Okay, here we go.
For your audience perfectly, Sean. This was not a loophole. The Biden administration, Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, devised a scheme to fly illegal aliens into the country and then to escort them en masse across the border and to give them something which gives them a work permit, which gives them a social security number, which gives them access to the voting booth. This was the plan all along, to get them here illegally so they can get free government benefits, get hooked to welfare, and be able to in American election. This was an attack on democracy by the Democrat Party. It's the same attack you see, Sean, when you have California, a sanctuary state, that is refusing to turn over even illegal alien criminals and gang members to ICE. So these are illegal aliens in California who have been arrested by California police, by California law enforcement for serious crimes, for crimes against children, for felonies, for crimes that threaten public safety, and they are refusing. And these criminal illegal aliens over to ICE, instead they're free to offend again. By any definition, what California is doing, it is a violation of our laws. It is one of the most heinous things that I have seen in my entire.
Okay, so you hear Stephen Miller, he whole scheme or fraud that is happening, that was happening within the government with the Biden-Harris administration. I know I want them prosecuted. I want them prosecuted as traitors to the nation. That includes Kamala Harris, any and all of them that was up in that government need to be prosecuted to me, right? Because at this point in time, how is it that you are open the border and then all of the monies, right? You notice all of the monies from U.S. aid was going out of the country. They gave housing, they harbored, they broke laws, they broke our immigration laws and harbored illegals. They literally gave them housing, food, shelter, everything that they're stripping from us, the Americans, the freedmen that are stakeholders in America, shareholders in America. We have contributions, equity, patriots of America. So how is it, and you want me to now think that it's okay and I'm gonna fight for these people to stay here in America? No, I'm not doing this. That's not sane for us to not take care of our own and take care of some others that don't deserve to even be here and deserve to be amongst us. Like, are you? No, and all of this. Oh, not all of them are the same. Well, you know what? The ones that aren't the same, they aren't checking their people. They're not checking their people. Because if they were checking their people will have some kind of respect for us, but they're not. Okay. So they'll tell you, oh, I'm not like that or whatever. Well, you know what? We're finding out the majority of you all are a certain way, disingenuous, disrespectful. So we don't have time for that. Right? Yes. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give y'all this one. Okay, I had Flatboy Jizz in there. I didn't want to leave him for last, but I'm thinking now maybe I should have left him for last because he had me bouncing over here. But anyway, we gotta go to this one, you all. This blew my mind. I've been mind blown. I mean, a lot of stuff. What I'm seeing happen, I'm just like, what in the world? What in the world is going on in America right now? Because it's wild. It's the wild, wild west right now in America for the immigrants. Wait, I play this video. Let's see it once one gets caught up. I want you all to see this. This is another one. It's 3 minutes long, but we got to go there because there is a plan in action to make sure that we have more gay men and we're not reproducing. Some people don't get, let's see, okay. YouTube over here having a moment, okay. And I was talking about X and today it's YouTube. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. It's together. I'm going to play this. Listen to this. Let's see. Okay.
We are only 28 days into Donald Trump's second term, and among the many controversial moves he has already made, maybe the most controversial, USAID, cutting hundreds of positions at programs for making the world a better place. We caught up with one former employee to get his side of things. My job is spreading LGBTQIA plus countries that otherwise wouldn't be receptive to them. USAID work could not be done. Under Walker, millions of dollars was distributed to many different causes, but $7.9 million to teach journalists $5 million in Uganda, $5 million to promote LGBT in Jamaica, and many similar programs. We're agreeing to advance LGBTQIA plus issues. Very important. We spent $1.5 million to promote LGBT activism in Jamaica. Now, many people know Jamaicans are some of the most homophobic people on earth. So what we did, $1 and split it 10 ways among 10 different Jamaican men, all of them they will no longer be homophobic. They said they'd think about it. No, but that's a tough nut to crack. say U.S. taxpayers shouldn't be.
Nobody really wants to talk about any of USAID's wins. Take, for example, the program we had in the 90s to advance LGBTQIA plus issues in the country of Canada. Now, it's currently shut down because it's so necessary, but everybody knows Canada is maybe the can you exactly? And we can do that to countries all over the world. We just need the resources.
USA will no longer be able to make countries all over the world gay against their will. That means no drag stories for children in Afghanistan, or drag queens at all for them. The bureaucrats now have difficulty finding private sector jobs. Between Musk and Donald Trump, if they're watching right now.
The planet gay is vital to America, and it is in the best interest of every American that we gay up the entire planet. And the people at USAID have proudly served their country. They don't have any other skills to feed their families if this goes away.
Okay. Okay. He said that they won't be able to make countries gay. Yeah, okay. You all, how are we to reproduce and have families? That's why this blows my mind. Exactly why that blew my mind. Like, they gave 4 different men, Jamaican men, $1.5 billion and had them thought they were going to go out there and help change and make Jamaicans gay or accept homophobia. That's where our tax dollars went, you all. That pissed me off. That's where our money went. And it could be going to our children for after school programs, helping single parents with child care. Anything other than going to Jamaica and giving the money to 4 different men to help them to go tell their people not to be homophobic? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We are living in some times with this logic. It's irrational. And so, you know what? I'm going to go out. Oh, these 2 ladies. Now, okay, these 2 ladies are special to my heart. So I'm going to give you all a little back history with Marva Collins. We're gonna play Miss Marva Collins. We're gonna bring it close to home right now, and understanding how our money, our resources, our capital that we have generated in this country, because the majority of Black Americans are working. Some of we may be working poor, but we're working and paying taxes in this country. And even when we was not able to participate in some of the benefits that is offered to Americans, and we know the Americans, we're talking about the WASP, the Mayflowers, and any of those immigrants that came over, right? Though we were not privy to some of those opportunities and those benefits and that welfare, but they got it. And now you're going to tell me that we should sit back and support illegal and immigrants, legal immigrants as well. I'm over all the immigration. I want it all stopped. I desire an immigration moratorium. I hope you all desire one too, because immigration has not helped us. It has not helped us at all. Okay? So I want to get into Miss Marva Collins, and we're going to do a little, because it's Women's History Month, we're going to do a little of Marva Collins and Frances Cress Welsing. And Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, and what she highlights for us is how we now have the black boule to squander and plunder our wealth. Okay, so we're going to talk about Miss Marva Collins. Let me rewind it back. And I see that it's going to come up here on YouTube. And I will get ready to shut it down. I think I covered most of what was on my agenda. Oh, I covered the Save America's Act. We can do the Hart-Celler Act. And I want to show some denaturalization. Okay. So the violation.
Basically, 5 years ago.
Let me make sure we got something going over here on YouTube. And we're going to play Miss Marva Collins. And then we'll get to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. And I do also want to highlight the Hart-Celler Act and Trump on denaturalizing immigrants, and we'll close it out. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if it comes up. It was working a little bit faster a few minutes ago. Let's see on YouTube. We get it up on YouTube, we'll play, and then I can just go to the next video. Let's see. Let's give it a moment. But you all, I have Miss Marva Collins up talking about there she is. She's up on YouTube, and she's talking about here in 1981 in Chicago how she started her school. Right? This is money, our capital and our resources that could be going into us starting our own Freedmen schools in our neighborhoods, in our towns. That's our money that's been plundered and wealth that has been plundered. So, okay, let's listen to the great ancestor Marva Collins.
Basically, 5 years ago, failure. Far too many excuses been used for not educating children. I really thought that somehow there are too many lives. So I decided that whatever I did, I could do no worse. So I decided to start. Very good. The file is trying to make children conform to they want them to be. They've been children. They should they have their own thoughts. I would hope that would be their own.
All right. Okay. Look at that. We know we're capable of doing certain things, right? Get the capital, get the opportunity. We step to whatever situation, adversity. We're all about that. But one thing for sure that I'm noticing is that we don't have our capital and our resources so we can do certain things in our communities. Right? A man doesn't have a job, or he doesn't have a job where he's making livable wages to have a family. That doesn't make any sense. And no black man in America should be without a job where he can afford to have a family. That's where I'm at. because we have equity here. We're stakeholders, we're shareholders, we have contributions. All of our resources and our money should be coming to us. Period. Okay, so let me get to the Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Let me go back. We got to get to her because this is what is happening right now in our HBCUs. Right? When we have people that stand in being a freedman, stand on the shoulders for our ancestors, we got some that come in, they have a problem with that. They have a problem with it, right? And so we're gonna highlight Dr. Frances Cress Welsing today as well. So let me share my screen. We'll get back to it. And I want you all to listen to what happened to her at a HBCU. So this is why I say, and I will continue to say and state, we have our own circumstances in these situations. And I know a great deal of them are in clergy, but also they're in academia. Because why did Dr. Frances Cress Welsing have to go through this? Okay, so I'm waiting for it to come up, and you're going to hear it from her, how she was ousted from Howard University because of her research and her theory. But you're supposed to be able to think and have these different thoughts. But that's not what they are teaching our children in school today. They're indoctrinating our children to go against any and everything that we do or independent thought. And that independent thought that our children, yes, her birthday was this week. Yes, yes. And our children having independent thought is a problem because our children excel in that independent thought, right? They have, I should say, and our children, when we think outside the box, we go all over, infinite possibilities. You can't contain it, right? So they want to indoctrinate our children to not have this independent thought and have or do these other things that others can't do. So let's listen to the Dr. Frances Cress Welsing.
You have been.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I want to go to the beginning. Okay.
Dr. Mann, this paper that you wrote. Feel that they are superior. Status violated by a total honesty is a
You have been fired, in fact, because you have the temerity to say, theoretically, what you say.
But let me just go. I looked at the particular cases of the case of Dr. Ruben, who's the charge that he was
alleged that he had
and when that happened, that newspapers that are
seeing this individual who was an anti-racist in South Africa. This man was demonstrated his interest in Black people and as far as the media is concerned. They defended this man because he had taken a stand who had for inferior supremacy used to be dismissed from the same institution because I think they're racist. The person who is looking against an unjust supremacy. I have to be dismissed because I'm inferior because against white supremacy. But an individual classified as white who took a position so called position in South Africa, he is defended as someone who should have Black institutions. Because I believe that this university has a small group of racists, meaning Black people are supposed to be against white people. You know, faculty and students who are anti-white. Now it's time to weed other this is something I've seen with two white universities who have very small student the white dominance. But let's see how there are and it's chaos and confusion that I think it is understood the dominant this the person who has the power themselves that is where the power is.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing that video and you all heard her break it down, right? I love how she broke that down in that they were targeting her at a HBCU and she's doing research, right? And she's saying, coming up with these theories that they don't like. And because she's coming up with these theories about white supremacy and things of that nature, they want to oust her. Well, look at what's happening now. It's not only the white people, but you got immigrant groups over here doing this now, right? Immigrant groups plundering our wealth, telling us that we're racist, and talking crazy to us. Every stereotype, every stigma there is, they throwing it in our face like everything bad in America is us. We're the bad. We make America bad when we are the ones that make America great. We are the ones that did the work in America to make America great. And we got these beings coming on the soil talking crazy to us. Now, I'm going to go through. I want to find where Donald Trump is talking about the denaturalization of these immigrants at this point in time. He's like, you know what? We got so much fraud, waste, and abuse. Any of these immigrants that are committing fraud, he is ready to make sure they are denaturalized. And I agree. I agree. We must remove them from the soil. So I know I had a video of him speaking on it. Let me go scroll down. And I want to get to that video. And also, we have some senators that are in Congress right now. They want to, Andy Ogles, he wants to really get rid of or amend the Hart-Celler Act. We have Randy Fine and Chip Roy. I think I've highlighted Chip Roy before about how he's like, let's put a pause on immigration. I'm for all of these things happening in Congress. But we also know right now in our Congress what is happening, right? We know right now in Congress, we have the Democrats stalling, attempting to hinder the president from doing anything that helps the American people. And that is a problem. And we must make sure we remove these beings from our soil. I saw where there's even a guy that became a mayor. I think it was a mayor of a city. And now he's trying to say that they got to give up the guns. That's not how America works. We're not giving up no guns. I'm all for my gun, having my gun after what my people went through. Who these people? These people are these beings. They don't understand, do they? They really don't understand. But they gonna understand. They gonna learn real quick with us. Let me see. President Trump denaturalization. I want to show this video that President Trump is all for denaturalization. And I'm all for denaturalization. I've been saying it for a while. Get them. Even those that are part of this election fraud from the top down. Get them. Get them out of here. Here we go. Looking into denaturalizing illegals who were given citizenship under Biden. Yes, this is the one. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I want you all to hear this because I'm all for this. Denaturalize these beings, put them in prison or slavery, and then also make sure that if we can't put them in slavery and denaturalize, then they got to starve. Anything? Okay. Hold on. Let's see. You can't hear me now? Let's see if this plays. Okay, she was saying she can't hear me. I hope you can hear me now. I don't know what happened. Unless X. Let me remove. I'm going to remove and come back. Let me add. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Can you all hear me over on YouTube? All of a sudden they can't hear me. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we hear the video copy. Okay, so we heard him say he's willing to denaturalize. So now we're here. Here we go. Here's the next one. I'm going to share this one where he is very sure, he's very confident now he has the right to denaturalize individuals for fraud. And I'm all for it because the fraud and waste and abuse in the United at the same time, they're telling us they don't have any money for us in our communities. That's BS. And we want to make sure that the Trump administration knows and understands that the freedmen, we are delineating, we are ethno-aggregating, AKA separating. And we do not want to be in any category with immigrants. No, we're Americans. We are Americans first. And when you say Americans first, you are stating freedmen first. That's how it translates in my mind. When he says American first, and I'm all about freedmen first, because we are the first here, right? We are the stakeholders, shareholders, native to the country. Any and everything here is ours. And so we want ours. And we have every right, especially with the 14th Amendment that's coming up, about the interpretation of the 14th Amendment. There's no reason why we should not be able to have our own freedmen affairs where all of our capital and resources, and included in those resources is minerals, coming down to us to do what we need to do. Million freedmen before 10 billion go. Yes, they're hey, and everybody want to come to where? The freedmen's land. They want to come to the slaves' land and get what is it? Lifted up. But but in the process, they can be lifted up and empowered, but they feel that they got to be on our backs. They got to step on us to get what they supposedly can do for themselves now that they come to a land. They can't lift themselves up still. They got to, that's the way I see it. So let me see. I'm waiting for the YouTube to come in. Once we get the YouTube, we're going to get on out of here. I think I covered majority of what I wanted to cover. I'll show you where there is the one gentleman that is wanting to amend the Hart-Celler Act. Oh, and we know they're building these towns and cities, epic cities in Florida, in Texas. All of these beings are coming here building up their own enclaves, whereas our ancestors and we have fought to have our own, and it's been destroyed or dismantled. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Come on, you all. Okay.
We're also
Yes. Okay. You heard it from the horse's mouth happening. Let me. Okay. So. Sorry. I was trying to stop it. Let's see. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to bring in how they are denaturalizing some of these individuals, right? It is happening. And I think it's a good thing because now you're going to have a great deal of individuals that are, they're going to have to do something different, right? And they're probably going to leave the country because they're probably going to be afraid that they're going to be denaturalized anyway. So I anticipate, especially after the ruling on the 14th Amendment, that is a great way to make sure many are denaturalized, because we know many of these supposedly legal beings here have utilized fraudulent ways to attain citizenship. So I do believe that we're going to see a lot more denaturalization coming forward in the next couple years while Trump is in office. And I'm hoping whomever comes in office after him continue the work that he's doing. But we'll see how that goes. But right now, we got to take advantage of these opportunities and these moments where we have a sitting administration that understands that immigration does not help America. It's all out there. Immigration does not help America. Not at all. Okay, so here we go. They're already working on the Somalians. But I'm just going to share my screen and try to scroll and show you. They are denaturalizing beings on this soil that are committing fraud and crimes. And we need to support. We need to support this current administration with what they're. Now, mind you, we had an ancestor that did the work. She did the work to attempt to alleviate all of this that is happening in America right now. But, you know, we know how it goes. They listen to us. But we already tapped in and can see how things are going because we already are living it. However, it takes them a while to catch on. But it's okay. We got somebody in office right now. We're going to keep doing some things. But in the meantime, in between time, while we have this being in office, we need to make sure we separate. We ethno-aggregate, delineate, separate from all these immigrant groups and these others that are coming to America now claiming they are Black due to race. Due to race, they're now saying they are Black too. Do you all know that they're saying there's a global Black movement? I never heard of such. There is a global Black movement. Hey, love, can you hear me now? Because my microphone is green. It's green. But I wonder if she left. But anyway, they are saying there's a global Black movement. We've never been part of any kind of global Black movement. I don't recall that. Do y'all recall that? They go over in Africa meeting about what they're going to do for Black people on a global scale. I'll feature that too. But look here. He lied on his immigration forms. Guess what? About obtaining citizenship. Citizenship. They're now giving you the opportunity to renounce your citizenship if you don't want to be here in America. You can renounce it. Now you have a senator right here. He's talking about we should be able to denaturalize you and ship you back to where you came from. Let's listen to, what's his name? Tom Emmer. Is this Tom Emmer? It is. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Terrorist group, we should be able to denaturalize you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you heard it from him. They are introducing legislation. There's more. I'm just going through some things here to show you all that they are definitely denouncing and they giving people the opportunity to denounce their citizenship. So all the Pan-Africans that keep talking about America and how America is, guess what? You can denounce your citizenship, I think now for no more than $500 or $600, and you can go on about your way. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You don't have to stay here in America. They're giving you the opportunity now to renounce your citizenship, and they drop the fees. Okay? They drop the fees. So here you go. Justice Department. Denaturalization of a Maryland man who repeatedly raped a minor victim. Okay? We got a lot of child sexual predators over here on the soil. Here we go. We got Hermit Dillon. She's talking about you lie about your marriage status on your citizenship. Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. So I mean, hey, we can listen to her too, really fast. Because I just met her. I just met her at the White House. I got a couple pictures with her. They for real. Let's listen. Uh-oh. I got excited. Okay, so she speaking on rights division, she's stating that she doesn't have a right to speak on it, but at the same time, she is acknowledging that there's some things going on with Ilhan Omar, and we know it's more than Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar got the scam or knew about the scam because somebody told her and somebody told her. We know how this is because I lived in New York City in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I know there was plenty of men coming to me at that time saying, hey, you want to get married? I pay you so much. And then, yeah. Marriage fraud. So we know a lot of that has happened in these other areas, New York City, California, and I perceive there's going to be a lot of denaturalizations coming down the pipeline after the ruling on the 14th Amendment. And I'm so excited, you all. We must continue to speak up and speak out to the Trump administration about what it is that we desire, what we want for our people moving forward in the next, I'm saying the next 100 years. We have our Office of Freedmen Affairs, Bureau of Freedmen Affairs, we get to dictate how the money goes out and disseminated to our people because we will have our own offices of civil rights, our own offices of health and human services, our own HUD office, right? We will have our own treasury, we won't have our own treasury, but our own trademark and patent, small business offices, all of that. Right? We're building out our own so no one else can come in and siphon and plunder our wealth as they've been doing. Because that's what really, literally what's happening. Our wealth has been plundered and going to everybody else. And then they're taking the monies, right? Because a lot of them are immigrants, and they're sending the money out of the country as remittances to their people. And that's why Somalia is having a boom in housing right now. So with that, you all, I am going to end. I had a great time with you, and be on the lookout for the AI. I will be doing more series in building out the AI on this network. So with that, I'll say love, peace, happiness, and reparations.